Of the game for the Knicks. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And here's Brunson. Kawhi Leonard getting his three to go. To the middle. Powell with the steal. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Kawhi Leonard decides to flash that explosive athleticism. This guy works so hard on both his body and his craft.
James Harden with the rebound. Here's Leonard. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
First personal foul.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And, Doris, what's amazing to me, if you look at Kawhi Leonard's production year to year, there's no drop-off.
There's certainly consistency to what Kawhi Leonard does. When he entered the league, he was a defensive force from the outset. And then he built methodically his offensive game. Free throws, post game, and now range shooting. He is a complete basketball player.
Here's Powell. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. To the inside. Here's Towns.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
Done outside. Back to Harden. Four on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Now this is where Zubac's most comfortable. Good work on the interior right there.
Pass to Hart. To the left side wing. Some nice passing by New York here. Brunson, left side. Offline with his three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's Powell on the wing. And here's Leonard. Here's Harden on the wing. This one for three. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Leonard with the bucket.
Assist from.
This is a small forward, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, Doris, no one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then you think to his transition on the offensive end from a player who was a standstill shooter to now who you can run your offense through.
And here are the Knicks now. 8-point game. Pass to Robinson. Here's Achua.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Good work defensively by Jones. And Harden now, top of the key. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Pass to Jones. Left side, Leonard. Now Simmons. Robinson with the block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet. Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Here's Harden.
James Harden.
That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 16-6 run. In the corner, Harden. Pass to Leonard. .32 seconds left to play in the first. 5 to shoot. Shoots. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Out to Bridges. Launches it. They get the rebound. Here's Robinson. Payne gets a wide open look. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 8. And the second quarter about
Clippers 16. Fans, your Knicks City Kings.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
2 shots.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent. I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. No good on that one. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Dunn outside. Pass to Eubanks.
Drew Eubanks.
That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Chris Dunn.
Eubanks got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles. To the paint. And the dunk by Towns.
That's just outstanding floor awareness from Jalen Brunson. It doesn't matter if he's at the 1 or the 2. He always makes the right play.
Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Dunn with some nice D. Los Angeles leading by 9. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. The Knicks pull it in.
Unbelievable. He blew that look, guys. No clue what went wrong there.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Los Angeles with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Brunson. It's deflected. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Los Angeles making a switch here.
Ivica Zubac.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
The Clippers shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Pass to Powell. Back to Dunn. Here's the three. Sinks the triple.
3-point goal.
Dunn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, just nice to see the time spent in the gym by Chris Dunn coming to fruition on that jumper.
McBride with the ball. Second chance shot. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
That one drops for him.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
And stolen by Dunn.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Stolen away. Hart with it. Zubac defending. Let's go. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 8 points.
25.
I'll tell you this,
16.
Nice play by Towns. This guy can get it done. Back to the basket or facing up, doesn't matter.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
T-shirts.
Clippers leading by 9.
Let's hear it.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistleblower.
That's Ben Simmons putting the defense in a compromising situation, draws the foul.
At the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Off to Payne. Stolen by Harden. He lobs it up.
Want easy looks. Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul. First team
Doris,
foul.
when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
Bridges.
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
31-19.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Cameron Payne. Second personal foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Team foul.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
It's sent back down by Simmons. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Jones Jr.
And Jones slams it in.
Chris Dunn.
An example of Dunn showing just how unselfish he is, moving the ball well.
Payne with the bounce pass. In the corner, it's Robinson. Here's Bridges. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
At the line,
Chris Dunn picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Knicks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Here's Harden. Down low. Here's Eubanks. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
With a score.
And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter.
34.
They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so Harden will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Dunn, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Not only is James Harden one of the elite one-on-one players, this guy is an elite passer, and it's on display there.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
It's Harden with the drive. Lobs it up for Zubac. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Man, did Zubac get off his feet in a hurry. What a finish.
Inside. Powell with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Back to Leonard. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Bridges, right side. Hart with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Here's Anunoby. Connects from three-point range. Anunoby's got 5.
Don't lose track of OG Anunoby. He's put in real time to make that jumper legit.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Pass to Powell. Leonard on the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc. 13 points in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Out of bounds.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Substitution.
And the Clippers making a change here. Brunson, that's a two-pointer. New York, no good that time either.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Clippers lead by 19.
Oh, he is so good from deep. Bogdan is even better shooting out of the corner.
First personal.
Los Angeles making a switch here.
Second team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Bridges. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists.
First team foul.
Pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA.
James Harden brings tremendous versatility. He can score it, he can distribute. Whatever you need from him offensively, he can provide it.
Stolen by Robinson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Coffey. Lays it up and banks it in.
The assist.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
They get it back. Back to McBride. Here's Payne. New York, no good that time either. Achua in the corner. Off target with his 3. Clippers leading by 20. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Jones. In the corner, Eubanks with it. Shot clock at 5. And the basket by Jones.
Jones Jr.
Jones has got his second basket.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Snatched up. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Clippers ahead.
The Clippers, 53.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden.
James Harden.
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Bridges attacking. Shoots over Powell.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots? That's good.
To the inside. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
But James Harden's ability to put it on the deck and get to the cup is elite. And because of that size and frame, he's going to finish most often.
And Brunson gets it to go.
And how's that court move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
To the middle. Towns with the steal. Here's Anunoby. Got it. Good job in the low post.
OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
Basket good.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Here's Bridges. And too long on the shot. Los Angeles leading by 20. Pass to Jones. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Jones. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
There's the unselfishness of Kawhi Leonard, keeping his teammates involved.
Anunoby outside. Bridges left side. Down low. Towns. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
59.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the rejection by Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Harden. Six to shoot. Kicks it out to Leonard. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Jones slams it in.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Here's Brunson. That one off the back iron and out. And it's the Clippers' ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Pass to Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James Harden.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Both teams will make substitutions. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Over in the corner, Batum. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Goes up on the wing. Clock at 4. And stolen by Achua. Payne with it. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Over in the corner, McBride. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
OG Anunoby.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game.
Coming onto the
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Drills the three-pointer.
James Harden.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that